In analyzing the models of communication in my organization, Tulare County Office of Education, we actually have two models that come into play. In my department, Instructional Resource Services, we have a very person-centered model of communication. It is a two-way model with many feedback loops, very informal in how we go about communicating with one another within our department. We have what we call a lot of hallway conversations, where when we are passing one another or coming in and out of the office, we will just drop by and see our colleagues and discuss issues that are coming up in the field. And so it doesn't necessarily require setting up appointments and meetings. Likewise, our supervisor in our department, when things come up, she typically leaves her office and come finds us, or she might send us a text or a quick phone call, and we'll have a conversation about things that need to be discussed. And so it's very open. We have a lot of trust on the team because of the open communication that we have with one another. And so that has created this idea of convergence of values and ideas, and really has created this collaborative environment where we know when we have an idea or we have an issue that we're working on, we can go to one of our colleagues and we can exchange ideas and thoughts and come to solutions and dream and do all that stuff that makes work exciting and fun. Now, as an organization as a whole, that's a little bit different story. In our County Office of Ed, we have a very position-centered model of communication. We have a director of communication in which all outgoing communication to districts and sites has to go through him, and it has to be signed off by either our deputy superintendent or our superintendent. And they have final word on all those things. And the thing is, they don't ask for feedback a lot of the time. So it's pretty much how they see things should go out. That's how it goes out, which is kind of interesting sometimes, because without that feedback loop, sometimes we will send things that need to go out, information needs to go out to schools, and it doesn't quite go out the way we intended it to go out, or doesn't quite get the message out of what we intended to go out. But we can't give that feedback. And so it does create some problems sometimes. And it has created a little bit of a lack of trust with our department, with our organization overall, because of communication come from that position and that linear approach of top down. And so I think for us as a department, that within this organization, this is very difficult for us, because when your department is composed of 20 to 25 individuals that all hold master's degrees, who several doctoral degrees, you have people who are recognized as experts from the California Department of Education in their field of expertise, and your feedback is not solicited or you feel is valued, that creates a little bit of distrust with the organization. And so that's kind of one of the things I wish our organization would spend a little bit more time looking at, is the models of communication in the organization as a whole. Within our instructional resource department, not a problem. Organization as a whole, little bit different story.